The first day they tried recording a version of the end, but it hadn't worked. So on the second night they tried recording it again, but this time Morrison was on acid and behaving rather oddly. The final version of the end had to be cut together from 2 takes, and the reason is that at the point we heard earlier, Morrison was whirling around, thrashing about, and knocked over a TV that the engineer, Bruce Botnick, had brought into the studio so he could watch the baseball game, which Manzarek later exaggerated to Morrison throwing the TV through the plate glass window between the studio and the control room. According to everyone else, Morrison just knocked it over and they picked it up after the take finished, and it still worked fine. But Morrison had taken a lot of acid, and on the way home after the session he became convinced that he had a psychic knowledge that the studio was on fire. He got his girlfriend to turn the car back around, drove back to the studio, climbed over the fence, saw the glowing red light bulbs in the studio, became convinced that there were fires, and sprayed the entire place with the fire extinguisher, before leaving convinced that he had saved the band's equipment, and leaving telltale evidence, as his boot got stuck in the fence on the way out and he just left it there. But despite that little hiccup, the sessions generally went well, and the group and label were pleased with the results.